We'll see what he can do for the remainder of this game after a slow start, but Revan into the action, 2-on-1 against Embos. Embos gets cleaned up, and now
I started esports way back in 2011, and from 2011 to 2016, I saw quite a bit of growth. Some was unexpected. We started in hotel ballrooms, small game shops, small LAN centers, and that quickly moved into convention centers where, maybe we were sharing space with some other games, but a few years later, that eventually moved into our own space with our own crowds and our own events dedicated to just one game. So I think 5 years from now, I think we'll start to see more events, kind of like NYSL's homestand in that Hammerstein Ballroom, where the games themselves will start to move into more prominent venues with more of a local scene getting behind them and really engaging with the local fans. I've done a lot of different gigs in esports, from player to on-air talent to now even in coaching. When I was coming out of high school, I was pretty much like the typical gamer. I played some sports, but for the most part, all of my downtime was spent playing Call of Duty. So when I graduated high school, my parents were really pushing me to further my education. It was an opportunity that they never had. So they wanted to give that to me, and the rest of my brothers also went through college. So it was important to them that I would pursue furthering my education. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I know that what I was doing, playing Call of Duty at the time, was just getting bigger and bigger each year. The prize pools were increasing, and I wasn't really making enough to justify living, but I made enough to justify kind of putting off college or splitting time, which was what I wound up doing. I split time between going to college and playing, and kind of as I went on, I continued, getting more classes under my belt, and it became important to me to get my degree. I wound up going to Stony Brook University. I got my 4-year degree in chemistry. It was pretty demanding juggling my degree with everything that was going on in esports. There were events what seemed like pretty much every 3 weeks, and being in a demanding major, I had a lot of deadlines to meet between lab reports, between recording classes, and even the majority of my tests were untimed. So they would stick us in a classroom, they'd say, go until you finish. Sometimes it would go until 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and the preparation for those exams were pretty grueling as well. So it was a lot of time management, a lot of juggling, but it all kind of helped prepare me for what was to come for the future. I knew that I wouldn't be able to be a player forever. I might not be able to be on-camera talent forever, but as esports develops, more opportunities arise, and I found one here as a coach, and I'm finding that a lot of the lessons I learned going to college, just meeting deadlines and making sure that I could work well with other people, moving from group to group. These all apply to things that I'm doing day to day as a coach. So I would say a lot of the experience that I got going through college is really paying off massively, and in ways that I would never even have thought for esports. And it's really helped me separate myself from the rest of the pack.